Hey guys, it's Devin. I hope you're having a great day so far, and if you're not, I hope you can turn it around or have a better day tomorrow. Before we get started, I just want to say, I'm just chilling. I got my hair up, got this t-shirt on, my Malabees, trying to channel those good vibes because it is so hot outside. I did not want to do my hair, don't want to be in anything other than a t-shirt. So today I'm going to be talking about the time I saw something in the sky. I don't know if it was a UFO. I don't really know what it was at all. I have never heard a story similar to mine. I've never heard of anyone seeing what I saw, and it just has perplexed me to this day. For a long time, I actually kind of ignored the situation. I didn't think about it. I tried to convince myself that I was just a kid. I was seeing things. What I'm saying probably doesn't make any sense because I haven't told the story, but I guess let's just get into it. I was probably about 9 or 10 tops, maybe 11 even. It might have been 11 actually. But I was leaving my parents' house to go with my grandma, my grandma's friend, and my grandma's friend's granddaughter, who was my friend, to go to, I think it was like a church service that night. I'm not sure. It wasn't not a church I went to or whatever. It was just a church that they went to that we were going to go and do something. I think it was around Christmas time, so they were doing Christmas stuff with the kids. My grandma came to the house. She picked me up. We left, got in her car, and so it was 4 people in the car. There was me, my grandma, my grandma's friend, and my friend. And it was a cold night. I remember it was pretty chilly outside. I had like on a jacket. It was dark outside. So it was Christmas time, so it was like December and it was getting dark early outside. It's probably like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock maybe, 7 o'clock at the latest, and we got in the car. We left, we drove off, and how my neighborhood is situated, or how my parents' neighborhood is situated, is the neighborhood is right there, but on the left side of the neighborhood, there's an elementary school. It neighbors the neighborhood right next to the subdivision. So when we pulled off from the neighborhood, we turned right, so the school was behind us. The neighborhood was behind us, and the school was behind us. And I remember looking at my friend in the car, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye in the sky. Now, it looked like I've never seen this again, never seen it before, never heard of anyone who has seen this. But what it looked like was like a palm tree trunk illuminated in the sky. It was behind the elementary school. It looked like it was kind of in the distance, like behind some trees behind the elementary school, and it went all the way up into the clouds. It was a perfectly straight line. It was so bright, it lit up the whole sky. Hold on a second, I'm going to get a piece of paper and I'll draw the shape of it, what it looked like. Alright, so when I say that it looked like a palm tree trunk, this is what I mean. My drawing, it's beautiful, I know, but it was shaped like this. This was the clouds, and this was the school. So it went straight up into the sky, and the whatever it was, vertical thing. The thing was perfectly straight. It went all the way from the ground up to the clouds. It was very long, and it was so bright in the sky. Like, it illuminated the sky in the darkness. And I was so confused. I remember looking at it being like, is that a palm tree in the sky? Like, I had never seen anything like it, and I was young, so I'm like, what is that? Never really thought of a UFO before, or like, I don't know if it was a UFO, but I never thought of any of that about any of that stuff before. So those thoughts didn't cross my mind. I turned to my friend and I say, you see that thing in the sky? And she's looking out the back of the car where I'm looking, and she's like, no, I don't see anything. All I see is the dark night sky. And I was just so perplexed. This thing, you could not miss it. How was my friend not able to see it? And the weird thing about this was that I turned to my grandma, and my grandma is like, yeah, I do see that. But my grandma's friend said no, she didn't see it. She couldn't see it in the night sky. This is what is so bizarre to me. I've never heard a story that was like this. I've never heard of something that looked like this. I've never heard of two people being able to see it and not the other two who are in a group. It's just so bizarre to me. I've never had an explanation for it. I don't know what the heck it was. I remember, and I don't think, I know for a fact that my grandma was not making it up that she could see it, because I asked her this question recently. Do you remember that time we saw that thing in the sky? And she said, yeah, I do. And she doesn't seem like that perplexed about it, you know. She's just like, oh, there's an explanation, but I can't explain it, how two people were able to see this thing, but two other people were not. And I remember that night we went to church, and I remember asking people, did you see that thing in the sky? And no one saw it. And I remember getting home that night back to my parents' house, and I said, hey, did you guys see that thing in the sky? And they said no, they didn't see it. And it was right next to their neighborhood, because the school was right next to the neighborhood. So it doesn't make any sense to me how no one saw it except for me and my grandma. Given my parents were probably in their house, they weren't outside, you know. Other people might have been inside, so they might not have seen it. But it was just so bizarre. I went to school the next day, and no one had seen it at school either. Everyone acted like I was crazy and weird. To this date, I have never talked to anyone who has seen that thing that my grandma and I saw in the sky. And I've never heard a story from anywhere that describes what I saw in the sky that night. So I don't know what the heck it was. I don't know if it was a UFO. I'm a very spiritual person. Maybe it was a sign. I don't know. I'm very perplexed. I'd love to know if anyone else has seen what I have seen, because I haven't heard of anyone seeing what I've seen. I think that describes the story of the time I saw a UFO, or I saw something in the sky. Not quite sure what it was. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this, I really appreciate it. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, any of that stuff. I'm uploading videos 2 times a week now. Next week's videos are going to be an unboxing crystal haul from Light Love and Lace, and also a vegan grocery haul. Alright. Bye guys, all of my good positive vibes to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a great rest of your week. Bye.